Welcome to the American Med Spa Association podcast, Medical Spa Insider, in this special Member Spotlight edition, live from the Medical Spa Show 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada. AmSpa membership engagement and advocacy specialist Michela Bailey is speaking with members of the Texas State Chapter. Guests include Dr. Alexis Gordon, Chair, Celeste Cisneros, Co-Chair, and Tammy Pendygraft, Secretary.
Hi guys, we are here on the Medical Spa Insider membership series. It's very special. We're at Medical Spa Show 2025 and we're chilling with our chapter leaders. So who do we have on today?
So my name is Dr. Alexis Gordon and I'm from Southlake, Texas. I own and founded Renew MD Facial Aesthetics. And that was after an 18-year career in urologic surgery.
I don't think I knew that. And I've known you some time now. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so you are our Texas chair.
Yes.
What made you want to get into that?
Sounds like it's going to be a big job. No, I really strongly believe in safe practices and especially in Southlake, there's literally, I know everybody says there's one on every corner.
Yeah.
There's one on every 50 feet.
Wow.
I mean, it's insane. And most of them are compliant, but a lot of them aren't. And then, so I've just always, followed the rules. And I think it's important. And we unfortunately see some of the outcomes of the not so good places. So, I feel strongly.
We're so excited to. I'm telling you guys, I emailed them last week.
I jumped on it.
And now they're being thrown into everything like, hey, by the way, we're going to talk about you and everyone's going to want to talk to you. So I'm glad that you guys have just been so flexible with us and can come out and hang out with us.
Well,
so I have to ask this, but I know you've been to Medical Spa Show before. I actually tell people one of my favorite talks of my 7 Medical Spa shows was yours when you were talking about
body dysmorphia.
Well, that is like one of the best talks I think I've heard literally in 7 years.
That is so sweet.
I'm
Thank
a fan.
You.
But how many times have you been here at Medical Spa Show?
Oh my gosh, since 2019, I think.
Wow. Oh, that was my first.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. I think that's where
awesome.
I met you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love it.
Wow. And what's your favorite thing that you always come back to for Medical Spa Show? Like, what are you like, I can't wait to do this?
Gosh, well, I love the learning. I'm a professional nerd. And but I also love catching up with people from other states and just learning about their practices and picking people's brains. And it's just so much fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so are you a Vegas girl? Like, is there something like outside of the conference you always get excited about?
I just love the hotels.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambler.
Okay.
I'd rather use the money and take home something tangible. So, and sometimes it turns out to be medical equipment. Not always fun. But yeah.
I'm a big sports girl. And so like everybody's always sports gambling. I don't. And one of my girlfriends said the funniest line, and I agree with this. She goes, I put my money where it matters, on the tab.
There you go. Love that. It's so true.
So I get it. I'm like, this is my money.
And the food.
So have you walked the show floor yet?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a booth you've seen that you're like, how did they do that?
I'm amazed at all the signs that are up.
Right.
I mean, this looks like it probably took 6 months to set up, but I know it did, and it's incredible.
Remember when it was just tabletops?
Yes.
Tabletops. Now we have apartments on the floor. Apartments. That's crazy.
It is insane. Yeah, some of the booth setups are just fascinating, and I'm familiar with all the companies.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see the in person and talk to the reps and.
It feels like the Grammys or something like that, like your favorite artist that you're like, oh, I can't wait for them to perform. What are they going to do this year?
And when I see Dr. Rajani in particular, I get all nerded out.
I get so excited. I know.
I can't speak. I just freeze up. Oh my gosh, he's my hero.
And he's like so nice though. Like, I don't know why I get so nervous too, but he's so kind. He's like, thank you. You're great.
He's very humble.
Yeah. I get that way around Carrie Galpin too. I think she is just sweetest woman in the world, but I see her and I'm like, oh my God, you touched my arm. I'm never washing this sweater again.
It is. It's like meeting the superstars.
Yes. Yeah. Is there anything that you've added to your skincare routine since you've been in Vegas?
Since I've been in Vegas, unfortunately, I left a lot of my skincare routine and I was so upset.
Yeah.
But I did manage to find a bar of soap. Don't tell anybody. I know. But I brought my plated. And I used some Hydrinity.
Okay.
So I did bring that.
Okay.
And I really haven't walked the floor to get some extra ideas.
Okay. And there's the room drops too.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah, they
right.
have a bunch of products in there too. So
Great.
we're getting it back.
Awesome.
If the people want to find you, where can they find you?
So, as far as website or
Social media,
social media?
website.
You got
Best
it.
thing, yeah.
So Instagram is probably the best way.
Okay.
And my handle is renew_MD
Okay.
Med Spa.
Easy.
And I love to just talk to people and find out about other places.
Yeah, I appreciate you joining us, and I appreciate you being the chair of our Texas State chapter.
I'm so honored, and thanks for having me.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Celeste Cisneros. I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm a family nurse practitioner, owner of Solas Health and Wellness. So I'm here. I'm excited to be here with you guys today.
And what position do you hold in the chapter?
So I am, our chapter is newly started. I'm co-chair, and I'm excited to, get this launched and going.
I literally emailed her, we formed it, maybe 2 weeks ago. I emailed her last week, and she said, I'm coming. So, Texas, you've got a good one on your hands.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And have you been to Medical Spa Show before?
This is my first time. So I just opened up my clinic.
Okay.
February 2025, right when everything started happening with the HB bill, and it was kind of scary. So that's why I'm here, mostly to learn, network, and get educated, make sure we're all in compliance.
What's the best thing that you've seen so far at Medical Spa Show? What have you loved so far?
Honestly, the networking. People here are so like-minded, and I'm excited to, share what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what patients, want, and it's just so much fun. Everybody here is like-minded. To me, that the networking. I mean, obviously, all the booths are great. I mean, they're pampering us pretty good here.
Yeah. Is there a favorite booth that you've seen so far?
I love elastin serums. I'm big into serums. I'm a serum girl, and I just love that they have, the vitamins, the C's. It's just. Here it's so drying, like El Paso.
It's so dry.
And
so dry.
The more I put on, the more I need. And their products are great. I love Alaska.
Awesome. So what made you decide that you wanted to join the Texas State chapter as a leader?
Obviously for compliance reasons, I really do want to provide the best care out there, make sure that I'm doing everything by the book. I've always been into the legalities of things. And, I have a business background as well. So I decided to join because I'm very involved in my community as well. Yeah. And I think the leadership that I've brought into my community, I would like to also extend it to medical spa. I mean,
that's awesome.
We owe it, and I want to get my foot in the door as well with legislation. And try to advocate for this industry.
Because if we don't do it, then who will?
Exactly.
As we're seeing.
Yeah.
So have you been to Vegas before?
This is my second time.
Okay.
I came here when I was 21 with my mom. It was great. It was awesome. And so it's been a long time, almost 20 years. So 20 years.
When you booked the flight, was there anything you're like, okay, I'm going to Vegas, I got to do this? Because I haven't been in a while, or?
I would say the Bellagio.
Okay.
It's so iconic, especially Ocean's 11.
Okay.
And that's my next place to go, just so I can remember. And it was recorded through VHS somewhere.
Okay.
So I want to go back and kind of, recreate the fountains, maybe put the same song.
That's cool. Yeah. And is there anything, I know you said you were adding the serums to your more serums in your skincare routine since we're in Vegas. Is there anything else you've added to deal with this Vegas weather?
Believe it or not, I used to be a burn nurse, and we used to lather on Nivea cream.
Really?
And so I've been adding that with my serums, but the thickness of it, I love it. So if anything, I'll probably shop around first and see what's going on, so I can kind of, see what's equivalent to it. I just do a dab of it because it's very thick. Moisturizer. So I'm kind of looking for that right now.
Cool. Yeah. If the people want to find you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Solas Clinic, and they can also find me at solasclinic.com. I'm usually pretty active there, and all my handles are right at the top of my website.
Easy.
Yeah.
Marketing tip right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, and thank you so much for being one of our Texas State chapter leaders.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tammy Pendygraft with Revive Aesthetics and Regenerative Medicine.
I'm sorry, I forgot how words work. You can cut this part, Joe. I randomly froze.
Yeah, no, if we need to cut, I'm the editor, so
Yeah,
we'll
I
figure
just
it
say
out.
cut, and then he knows.
Okay.
And then Joe takes care of it.
Now, Tammy, you're a state chapter leader. What chapter are you a part of?
I'm a part of the Texas state chapter. We're a brand new chapter, so we're super excited to get started.
I've been telling everyone how I emailed you guys last week, and you guys were so kind and gracious to come to the show this week so that we could have our chapter summit, leader summit. I don't know words today, you know?
Yeah, that's okay. You've been talking a lot today. The meeting was fabulous.
Yeah.
Let me just start with that because that was just incredible. So much information, and the resources from all the other chapters that were present during the meeting was just incredible. So thank you so much for including us in that. And
Yeah.
having it all start right before the show, getting the Texas chapter together was really nice, and great leaders.
And it was really exciting too because so I just took over state chapters, I would say about a month or two ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've been at AMSPA for a while now, you know. So, you know, it's easy for them to give me this responsibility, but it was awesome that, you know, I was scared. I was like, oh gosh, I'm throwing my Texas girls, you know, into the ring, and you guys really, you know, held your own and gave great ideas, and it was fun to have your input, and especially with being in the situation that you're in. 2 times now, which is crazy.
Right.
I'm just glad that you guys felt welcomed and you were excited to be there. So yeah, I'm excited to have you here all together. What made you want to become a state chapter leader?
So I know everyone knows Texas is really going through it right now. We have a lot of things going on in legislation, and I'm super passionate about this industry. I love it, and I want to be a part of helping preserve it and help people to become more compliant and make sure that we are all doing what we're supposed to be doing, essentially. And I'm just excited. I feel like AMSPA is just one of the groups that really advocate for all of us, you know, statewide, really, but a lot in Texas. And we just need that, and I want to be a part of helping in that. You know, the whole process of what's happening right now.
That's so exciting.
And I'm also, you know, I'm an esthetician, and I specialize in medical and regenerative aesthetics, and that's a big thing for me too. I have to be, you know, a little bit better and a little bit more trained as an esthetician doing medical aesthetics, because it's not so highlighted really for estheticians to be doing medical aesthetics. And I come from a very medical background, and I'm doing it all the right way, and there are so many people that aren't, and I want to be a part of that too. I want to help educate people and help people learn, you know, what's compliant and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, and all of those things.
I love that. And I just love listening to you talk. You're a great talker. Like, you just communicate so effectively. I love that.
I was a little nervous to come on the podcast, but I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to be here and just get a voice. And we're a fairly newer med spa. We've been open just almost 4 years, and we're surviving in the roller coaster industry of medical aesthetics. But I love it, and I've been an AMSPA member for over 8 years.
Wow.
So I've always loved this group, and just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. Now, have you been to Medical Spa Show before?
I have not. I have been to an AMSPA boot camp that was held in Dallas, maybe? Maybe Houston. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. And the boot camp, I feel like, was just the most amazing thing. So if you're out there and you want to open a med spa, or you're in a med spa, do the boot camp. I've told so many people about that here at this event, because the boot camp, it just, from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know, before you open the practice, to buying equipment, to hiring staff, to just all the things, it helped me so much in my management role of just being in a growing med spa. So,
and I love boot camp too, because everyone comes in so shy, so scared. And I feel like by the end of the event, we've like all spent all weekend together, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this event is over. Like, I love you guys. And we have to just pack it all up, and everyone is like, safe travels to wherever you're going to.
Yeah, it's a grueling event. It's 8 hours. It's just grueling stuff, but it's just so incredible.
Yeah.
I definitely encourage people to get involved in that.
Is there anything cool that you've seen here at the Medical Spa Show that you're like, wow, I'm so glad I came?
You know, I haven't spent a whole lot of time walking around yet, but I love the education. I was actually just in the Berta Dotto lecture.
Yeah, those guys are
things
awesome
to do for opening a med spa. And that was really incredible. I've actually listened to that class once before, but I feel like the more experience I get in the industry, the more I get out of the program. For the education part of it, you always learn something new. You know, I always say that about doing injectable courses, right? I've been injecting for almost 4 years, and I feel like it doesn't matter what kind of training I go to or I listen to, I always learn something new. I feel like there's always a good takeaway.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are you, oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's okay.
Are you a Vegas girl? Like, have you been to Vegas before outside of the show?
So in my 20s, yes, I
Okay.
did Vegas quite often. My brother was actually a bowler, and we always came here every January and for many years, and he always bowled in a tournament. So I haven't been here in 30 years.
Wow.
And what a difference.
So when you booked your ticket and you knew you were coming to Vegas, was there anything you were like super excited outside of the conference that you were like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. I'm going to be in Vegas.
Well, I was really excited to go and see the Sphere, and I'm so happy it's right here by this hotel.
Yeah.
It's right outside our window. We're actually on the same side as it.
Yeah.
And so we get to see and all the bright colors, and so I was really excited to see that. We kind of drove by the F1 track on our way, but we got in late, so I really want to kind of take a look at that because I'm not a big F1 fan, but I know it's new here, and also it's in Austin now, so that's kind of fun. It's closer to us in Houston, but yeah, I love that.
That is so fun. Wait, I didn't know that the track is still up. I don't know what I thought the track was at. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
It's not far. It's on this end of the strip, I believe.
I'm gonna put that on my list, dare I say.
Yeah.
And so since we're in Vegas, you know this air is so dry.
Oh, so
Is
true.
there anything you've added to your skincare routine to combat this air?
Oh, HA, and more HA. I don't want to give a shout out or a plug to any company, but I love HA products that have such a good delivery system. It's hard to get HA in the skin, so I've been doing a lot of that. Love it.
Cool. And if the people want to find you, Tammy, how can they find you?
You can find me at reviveregen.com. That's our website. Would love for you all to take a look at that. There's a ton of information about us, our staff, and our services. You can find us on Facebook as Revive Aesthetics. And then on Instagram, you can find us at Revive Aesthetics in Wood Forest, because we're in kind of a new and upcoming community. And so it's a really great community. And when people search for things in that community, they always look for Inwood Forest.
Okay.
And so we've kind of highlighted that in our Instagram. And yeah, that's us.
Beautiful. Well, I appreciate you coming on the podcast with us today, and I appreciate you for joining our Texas State chapter.
Yeah, I was super excited to get started, and thank you guys too for including us.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you to producers Madeline Mahler, marketing content coordinator who organizes, schedules, and handles our guests, provides topics, talking points, and guest bios to our hosts. And myself, Joe DeGuzman, technology operations assistant manager. I handle the audio and video editing, voiceovers, and tech. Kate Harper, senior digital marketing coordinator who makes all of our graphics and manages the podcast platform. Esme Uriostegui, senior social media coordinator who makes and posts all of the clips of the podcast to our social feeds. Our music is by Ghost Score. Thank you for listening to or watching the Medical Spa Insider podcast. Please follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future episodes. For more information about the American Med Spa Association, please check our show notes or in the description below.